Hi everybody, it's Galactic Man Larry here again with another Star Wars The Black Series review. And today we have with us Star Wars Return of the Jedi Boba Fett. I mean, in case you didn't know who this guy is, might be whatever. So, first of all, actually, let me turn on the lights because I think I'm all dark here. There you have it. There you have all the glare. Yeah, that should be fine. And yeah, I can already see it. The helmet is all squeezed. Yeah, and that's a pity that we get the figure like with a. I mean, look at that. Just look at that. How the shape of the helmet, it's now narrower at the top and it expands to the side tips here, whatever you want to call it, to the borders there. That's Boba Fett. And this is some stretched condom over his head kind of thing, you know? That's the most illustrative thing I can say. Just look at this. Let's push the dagger, the pain further. Here we have the little micro masterpiece. Yeah, now the very tiny, well, the vintage collection one, which also, I mean, let's say they came out almost at the same time, yeah? I mean, this may be a couple of weeks before, the same time, you know, it's, yeah. And, yeah, no helmet issues. Of course, he doesn't have an extra head inside and then the helmet on top. They fake, that's a chin in the same sculpt of the helmet. It's one piece, but they sculpted it so that it kind of looks like, yeah, there's a head below that helmet. But yeah, this guy, all the sculpt is on point, but he's tiny and he's has a bit less articulation, or well, a bit less because yeah, he doesn't have double knees or elbows, but I almost break this little figure by twisting the diaphragm, and it's exactly one figure I just don't want to break, you know, but yeah, I had to do a lot of things to make it a bit stiff again. The joint felt like it was gonna snap, yeah. So it's still like this figure, he'll stay like that forever and I'll get another copy to maneuver with. Anyway, but we are here for this. And there he is in the packaging. He looks all cool aside from the helmet issue. Yeah, then we have, and again, this thing. This guy, this little motherfucker here, he has some weathering on him, and this guy, I dipped him into hot water like 10 times and the whole thing like with the cape and everything, because as I told you, I almost break the diaphragm joint. And yeah, really, when I tried to bring him to the sides, I didn't warm it first, and anyway, let's say I'm already used to the bigger figures. They are a bit less fragile than this, like the original stuff, you know, the 375. And I forget that these guys are to be handled with a bit more care just because they're tinier and the joints and everything is smaller. I almost destroy my very appreciated figure here, you know. He's amazing. And I hope he's also amazing, but I can already see that this guy has like no weathering in the like cloth parts, you know. And this guy, he has something. I don't know if it's shown on camera, but he has some very light weathering. At least he has less shine. This guy, look at that plastic, is in any case is more shiny. I don't know if it's very noticeable in camera. I mean, this can also shine a bit, but this one is really super plasticky sheen, whatever. And I mean, it's Boba Fett. If you're gonna do like a deluxe figure, then make the whole deluxe process, you know. That's just an opinion. But I mean, I like the sculptor. I think when I open him, of course we have to make this comparison. I don't have a Mafex or a Bandai, any of the the model kit or the Figo Arts, because when I got this guy, I haven't opened it, as you can see him. Even if the card is all twisted and he came squeezed in a, he didn't came packaged the proper way, but still, it's the only one I have. I have the white one, but it's the only one in the original colors that I have, all the actual colors that got into the movie, you know. And well, this is Empire Strikes Back, if I'm right, and this is, yeah, because of the cape, yeah, and this is Return of the Jedi, as you can read there. And well, this is the archive, so it's revised. I think the paint process is different as the very original Black Series figure from 2014 or something like that. I didn't get that one back then. I didn't start into the line right away. And yeah, it's look, this guy doesn't have the helmet problem. I mean, he's, even if this figure is like 7-year-old, this mold, he's cool. I mean, of course, these pockets here, they totally obstruct the leg movement, and if you have this figure, you know what I mean. And yeah, let's see. Let's just take this guy out of the way. We just made a little comparison without properly comparing, I don't know. Then we have here Boba Fett. With his customized Mandalorian armor, deadly weaponry, and silent demeanor, Boba Fett was one of the most feared bounty hunters in the galaxy. Yeah, a bit generic, kind of. Well, then we have the artwork we already saw, and it looks good, I think. Well, I mean, it looks really good. Then we have the figure that doesn't match. I mean, the helmet doesn't match that artwork. And then we just have to open it. So there we have Mr. Fett in the tray with all the, I mean, with the his blaster complete, his sliced blaster, you know, look. He has this cord that other reviewers, I think they said is like, yeah, nice that it's there, but they won't use it. He has the the blast effects or the fire effects for the thrusters here of the jetpack. He has the flame for the flamethrower. He has his little rocket and the jetpack, and yeah, it's good. I mean, I don't know. Well, on the package here on the tray, I mean, it looks like you have a bunch of stuff, so it's not that bad. But still, I don't know if it's like enough to raise the price by $10. But yeah, it won't get cheaper than that, I guess. So let's take him out of the packaging. I already see we're gonna have some trouble here with some tape. There it is. That was the trouble. Huh. And exactly, I mean, just look at that. It's all like squeezed there. The figure feels nice. It's, yeah, the diaphragm feels super stiff. I'll have to hit him. Of course, there's the feet are a bit like stiff as well. Making the tilt, yeah. Let's see. I mean, we'll see as we progress. But yeah, well, and this is the thing with the cape. I mean, it has a nice shape, yeah, but I personally, I'm always for soft goods when it's about some soft good, you know, like a cape. That's a personal choice. I mean, maybe you don't agree with me, but yeah, you can comment that in the comments below, you know. Anyway, I'm already tired of. Just look at that. I mean, I don't know if it comes across. It really. That way it will come across. It's really like flat on the sides. It's totally not like that. I mean, it shouldn't be like that at all. And this is unacceptable. It's yeah, it's wrong. It's just wrong. I mean, it's a shame that we have to. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but for example, for people who collect inbox, I think this is a problem. I mean, if they want to have the figure look cool, even in the neutral position and just there, but yeah, that doesn't work for me. So I have some hot water here. My coffee mug here. Secretaría de Marina, Armada de México, whatever. Let's take this out of the way. Ta-da. So there we have Boba Fett, all nice and cool, yeah, great. And then we just do this. I don't know if that will be enough to get that head, that helmet to open properly. We'll see. Kind of, but it's not enough for me. It's not. I want to see the helmet properly open, like in the picture on the packaging, you know, or like in this little guy. That's Boba Fett's helmet, not this toothpaste squeezed thing, you know, like. No. I mean, for me, it has always been a favorite character, even if, I mean, in the main film, in the original trilogy, he did very, very little. He was just there looking cool and failing. Well, in the Return of the Jedi, that's where you were like, that was it. But yeah, I mean, I'm not the only one, of course. We all like the looks of this guy, the design, you know. Is this gonna be enough? Well, I think it's helping. It's helping. If it's not fixing it 100%, it's helping quite a lot. I think it already looks much more open. Now I see my viewfinder here is stuck into position there. Look. Yeah, that will be a problem as well. I have to fix that and check how I fix that without breaking it, of course. It might be that it's glued into position, which is not good, of course. Anyway, this is an easy process to get the helmet to. Yeah, that's much better. I think that's it, maybe. it's still, I think it could be a bit more like these tips could be a bit more, you know, it has an angle. Look at this guy, it has a little angle, it opens a bit more. It shouldn't be straight. Now it's like straight, and it should be a bit more, I don't know how to call it, but you know what I mean. See you in a moment. So here we have again Boba Fett, now in an action pose in one of these Hasbro stands that comes with the Black Widow figure. The white one, you know, the one in the white suit from the Black Widow movie. Anyway, you know which one, I guess. And yeah, I mean, he has the moves. Yeah, he doesn't have double jointed elbows or double jointed knees, but he has enough knee movement. I mean, a bit over 90, just a little bit, and the elbow also a bit over 90 degrees. Here I'm using the jetpack with the flame effects already on it, and it's, yeah, it looks really good. I mean, I think the figure is really good. There's the issue with the helmet, that is, it has to be fixed. I mean, you have to fix it yourself. It would be great if Hasbro, when they make more copies of the figure or whatever, if they could fix that from the factory, it would be great. I don't know if that will happen. Yeah, and just look at that flame effect there, like, it's really cool. And yeah, I have to find a way to place it like that. The cape, now the pocket is obviously making dangerous contact there with the jetpack. Now I managed to have some clearance, because obviously otherwise he will just burn himself. But anyway, we're talking about sci-fi and comic stuff, you know, it's doesn't have to be all super real. Yeah, we have the blaster here. This is the one that you can split, and you stay with this peg here. But yeah, it looks like some gack fell on top of it. But yeah, it's supposing emulating like the molten metal of the blaster just having been sliced by the lightsaber. Anyway, then we have the flame itself here, the flame beam or burst, or yeah, flame man. And it has this like slot here for this tab. Oh, the actual flamethrower part of the gauntlet there. As you saw, the cape is plastic. I would prefer to have a soft goods one, but it's there. It looks good, but yeah, it's always like that. You know what I mean? I'll have to check to get a soft goods one for my toy. Then you have the jetpack. It looks great. That they nailed that. I don't know yet. I think these are supposed to move, but mine are pretty much stuck. But I have to check. I remember watching other reviews. I think they actually moved that thing. But as I said, mine are still like, I'm bending it. I don't want to force it. Yeah, I mean, they're supposed to be the same guy, the same movie. Well, they are, but just in different scales. But I mean, the bigger scales wins here in detail. I mean, even if I really like that little figure, I'm actually thinking now that apart from the helmet issue, and I mean, the helmet here is perfect. It just, the viewfinder doesn't move, but I'm okay because of the size. I mean, this figure is great for its format. This as well. I just would prefer that it had the soft goods cape and that, yeah, what I said, the helmet would be right from the beginning. I managed to get the viewfinder to move. I loosened it up. I just had to pull a bit this little piece that holds it in place. I just had to pull it a bit while warm. That's important. And then I was able to, yeah, I guess it was just too like kind of sticky even without glue, or maybe it was a bit glue there, I don't know, but I managed to get it free, and it's super, I mean, it's quite easy. It's not loose, but it has very little friction because it's very, very thin. You can see it's made on a gray plastic. It's no paint. I mean, that is paint, but the stick, the actual antenna, it's made of gray plastic with a bit of black paint. The helmet, well, as you can see, it looks really nice. They always have this thing, like, let me get it closer, that you can see the plastic is green, the helmet is green plastic, and everything else is paint, yeah. And you can see the visor is printed there. The paint is just like boom, placed there. I don't know the method, but I guess it's just like a machine puts it there, like slams it into place, and you can see like a little green line. I don't know if I'll fix that with, I've been doing that with some other guys, with some of my other Mandalorian type characters, and yeah, but then this thing leaves like a little reflection that you can notice, like it leaves, I mean, when the light gets there, it leaves a bit of an oily reflection kind of thing. I don't know how to describe it. If you have done it yourself, maybe you know what I mean. The blaster is again black with some like brown dry brush, the same method they use for the smaller one. You have let's go through articulation, the head. Where you see this line is where you get more motion to the front. I mean, where you get more, so he can almost not get back, but you can go all the way down there. But if you twist if you move the neck, because the neck is a piece connected to the chest and to the head, if you move that, then you can also have more clearance to the back, more range of movement. Then this is a rubbery piece, the whole chest plate and back armor and the shoulders and this like shirt below. That's all a rubbery piece on top of the actual hard plastic body. The arms, they go, I don't want to force that, sorry, but they go at least 90 degrees, and they go all the way around. But of course you don't want to mess very wildly with this. You don't want to get it to stress or to get it to rip, Then you have a cut here on the before the elbow, like below the bicep, Then you have more movement of that piece, and you can move the gauntlet here, and of course you have hinge, and that hinge goes a bit over 90, I mean noticeably over 90 degrees. This hand of course can spin around, but it has the horizontal swivel, so it goes in and out. I mean, of course it's good for this one, because if you want to do the flame thing, you want to free it's what he actually does in the film, like it's fine, and normally I guess this is the blaster wielding hand with the trigger finger and everything. And this one, good news is that it goes it's a vertical swivel. As you can see, we have like this very weird green thing, aqua green color for the gloves. I don't know if that's true to the source material. I don't care. That all can be fixed with a good wash. I think the whole gray could get some wash. I don't know if I would use black or just I would use some gray acrylic paint or something like that. I'll check that if I do that myself. I don't know. At this moment I can't say, but it surely can gain some points with a well-made wash. The same for this arm. You have also this thing turns, and the tubes here that go to the gauntlet, these tubes, because there's, with my Jango Fett figure, almost all of them are broke or are almost broken, you know, and that's a bit sad. But with this guy, they made it there. They go inside of this sleeve, which is good. Then you have, of course, these moves as well all around, but because of the tubes, you don't want to move it all around. You have the swivel, and it goes again a bit over 90, but of course you always want to pay attention to these tubes. And this gauntlet, yeah, it moves, so it became loose, because before it was stiff. But I think I used some hot air, and I used the heat gun and all of that, so now it's moving because it was stiff. The diaphragm, I think, is a decent one, you know. It goes all the way back, all the way, but it has it has some good movement, you know. It's not that much to the front, but he has an armor plate, and so plates, so it's okay. You can go to the sides, so you can go and do some hula here, whatever. It's good. It's not the super huge amount of movement, but it has, I would say, more than enough. And the head also, it has tilt. It didn't go all the way around, but yeah, it has. The head is really good. And again, if you want to, actually, before it just popped on me very easily. You see that? It's very easy to pop this head, at least in my copy. Yeah, it's really like you don't have to make any effort to put it back. It's very easy to pop. You have the legs can go, let's straighten this that much to the front. Wow, they have quite a good opening. Is that better than Spider-Man? Let's say it's better than Spider-Man, most probably. And you have the thigh cut here, of course. You have the both sides, of course. Then you have the knee thing. The knee pads or knee armor are glued to the upper leg, and then you have this swivel here, which goes again just a bit over 90, a bit more than, it's just a little bit. And then you have the feet. You have this much to the back. I didn't hit the feet, but you can move a bit more to the front. Yeah, there's clearance for that. Let's see here. Yeah, that much to the front. And of course you have ankle pivot in a really good, it's a really good angle. It's yeah, I think it's a very good one. It's a useful ankle pivot. And yeah, so that's mostly all of it. All I have to say about articulation. Let's move this out of the way. Let's take mini Boba. Well, let's leave him there because I just like having him around. Of course, I didn't say anything about this thing because normally you just, let me take his little rifle gun, whatever that is, his blaster, of course. Wow, it's a bit how to say, finicky. How can I take this out of? Okay, you have to, I know the trick now. You first take this out, then you turn everything on the finger there, the index finger, and then you take it out. That's the way. And to put it in, I guess the easy way is again to get the index finger in, then you just do that. It's the same, just backwards, Then this piece here, I don't know if it's supposed to go there or where, but I think that's the right place. And yeah, it's just like yeah, it's a nice little sculpt here. But of course this thing is you don't want to have him just like that. But yeah, it's there, and maybe you can use it if you are creative to find a way to keep this straight and standing. I mean, you will need some kind of stand for the tip of for the little hook there, you know. Of course, this thing is always dancing all around. It's there. I mean, of course, it has to be there, but I don't know if it's annoying or not that it's dancing all around. I still have to decide for myself. You decide for yourself. I think it's a bit too loose. Might be a good thing. I haven't thought about it yet, but it's loose in any case. If that's a good thing, yeah, let's see. So there we have Boba Fett. Let me just put his blaster on again. Hard to stand with the whole jetpack on. It makes him a bit heavy. Well, let's say he's there. Let's take Mini Boba out of the picture. Let's bring this down a bit. And this as well. Yeah, why did I have the stand so high? Anyway, all the light, the whole thing, you know. Here we have, just because it's the first one I reached, Sabine Wren, which I'm actually still yet to read. I got her today as well, and I just opened her before making a review. No, let's do this properly. Here we have, next to the previous Black Series Boba Fett mold, they're kind of the same size. Here we have him next to Daddy Jango Fett. They are all like about the same size, yeah. It's a good thing, yeah. It's an unaltered clone of his father. Looking all good. Great, whatever. Yeah, not great the fact that his things here are very easy to snap. Just by moving the normal articulation he has, you can snap it. Not cool. So here we have him next to Din Djarin, and Din Djarin's helmet tops a bit over Boba Fett's. And yeah, I think I always thought Din Djarin's chest is too narrow, and you can see the arm is just like popping out. But anyway, still I like the figure. And there we have the heavy Mando. And of course here we have Bo-Katan. I just was waiting for her turn. I mean, heavy Mando is larger, and even if he's in that spread pose, let's bring him here because he hasn't been that present in the series, at least since, well, not at all, since he had his couple of appearances in the first season. And there we have the Bo-Katan and the armorer. And here and just because, let's bring Sabine again somewhere. They don't fit the picture. So there we have the Mando gang, and of course Bloop, and something like that. This is going super long already. I'm sorry about that, and not sorry at the same time. I was just, got distracted talking and moving things around and whatever. Hope you're doing great. Please leave a like, a comment, and always polite and peaceful to each other, and respectful and all of that. And see you in the next one. I mean, subscribe, leave a like, and comment below, as I said, and see you in the next one.